Hello, hello. Okay, or we're doing that. We're doing it that way. How's everybody doing? Oh my gosh, I had a long day at work. And, finally out riding and trying out this gear. You guys are thinking, what do you mean finally? I just got it. Been riding it with it for a couple days. But oh, stretching my back here. But I figured I'd give you guys a first impression about what I think about this gear so far. It's actually very nice, and I'll tell you why in a minute here. As soon as I get out of this busy town. This is a really nice town, by the way. But anyway, I got some gloves, Revit. I already forgot what they are. Revit Chevron gloves. Oh my god, that's terrible. Dainese jacket. It's called a Super Speed textile, not what did I say on the video? Oh, speed and strength is what I called it on the video, but it's actually super speed. SS stands for super speed, not speed and strength. Let's see. And some shoes. Some new Dainese shoes. So, I wanted to give you guys first impressions so far. Obviously, I'll do an in-depth review later, as I do with most of my gear. When I was looking for a new set of summer riding gear last year, 2014. I really had a hard time choosing between Dainese and Alpine Stars. Seeing as that I was on a budget, I went with the Alpine Stars, and it also gave me an opportunity to try some new gear. Obviously it's new gear. Hello. A new brand of gear, because I didn't want to limit myself to only one brand. And it saved me a lot more money than Dainese stuff. But this year, out of the blue, my significant other decides to get me the gear that I really wanted, I actually wanted last year, for my birthday this year, which it was very unexpected. So of course now I have an extra set of gear. But needless to say, there's a reason why I like these gear, even though they're expensive. And I have to say, the gloves, they're about, let's see, I'll start with the gloves, all right? $10 more than the seller, than the Alpine Stars. They're both made of leather, you know. For an extra $10, and I had a viewer comment on one of my videos about the seller gloves, and I have to say I'm starting to see what his or her point is. And yeah, for an extra $10, there's definitely more protection on this glove than the seller, and the comfort on this glove is better than the seller, which caught me by complete surprise. And I really thoroughly enjoy these gloves for the last couple days. And I must say, if I had known this, I would have paid the extra $10 last year, and went ahead and gotten these gloves. But to start off, so far, this is my first impression. So just a few things, like the fingers, as you can see, they have TPUs on them, like hard plastic pieces on the knuckles in impact-prone areas. The seller did not have those. The palm is fully ghost skin, and I can't remember if the seller was like that or not. But the palm, I have way more dexterity on this glove than I do on the seller, and they're both summer gloves. That's the kicker, and I have way more dexterity on these gloves. they by far are more comfortable. I mean, they're both pre-curved. They're both in the same class of gloves. Just one is $10 more than the other. And these are really nice. You got the hard knuckle. You got leather throughout. The ventilation is very good on these gloves. There is... I can feel the air coming through the top of the palm of my hand. The top of my hand and the palm of my hand. So I can definitely feel air throughout the gloves. Yes, it is during rush hour, so I'll hit traffic again. Good grief. And the ventilation is really nice. Granted, I've only been riding in 80-degree weather. I haven't had a chance to ride in 90, 95 with 90% humidity. The humidity is it's about 60-70% right now. So it's not bad in terms of hotness. So, let's see. What else can I say about the gloves? I mean, I really can't say anything else in depth. I've only had it for a couple days. And so, therefore, I can't, there's not much I can say about it. Alright, so that's the Chevron gloves for now. Let's see. Next is the jacket. It's a Dainese Super Speed textile jacket. Very comfortable jacket. I must say though, I will admit, the Alpine Stars jacket was a hair's big for me because I had not owned any Alpine Stars jacket prior to the one I currently own. So I had no idea what size it would be, so I got a size a little hair too big. But with that being said, that just tells me that Alpine Stars runs a little big compared to Dainese, or Dainese runs a little small compared to Alpine Stars, you know. But now I know. Now I know. So if there's a good jacket for Alpine Stars, I certainly will take that into consideration for my next jacket. Not that I'm going to need one for a while. I mean, I own so many jackets now. This is ridiculous. But since I already know my size in Dainese, it was fairly easy for Sarah to buy this jacket and get the exact size. There is also a Dainese store that's about an hour from our house, and I was able to try on jackets. Obviously, obviously when I bought my first Dainese jacket, so she already knows my sizes, then their jackets don't change that much from season to season, so they stay true to their sizes. So when I opened this up and tried it on, definitely spot on, very spot on size. The sleeves are not long, the sleeves are perfect, curved. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It comes, I didn't know this, but it came with a windbreaker, a very thin layer of windbreaker in the jacket, and I thought that was very nice. And I'm thinking, it feels really nice, but to me I was like, maybe it's a gimmick, I'm not sure. Alright, hold on to your pants, we're going on the highway. Anyway, so thank you, Mr. Fan. And anyway, so hello. What was I saying? So I thought that the windbreaker works very well. It's very thin, and it feels great in the hand, and it feels great on the body. If you're just wearing a t-shirt, it feels great on my skin. All I've been wearing is nothing but t-shirts. I haven't had to wear any long sleeves. I rode in the morning about between 50 and 60 degrees the other day with the windbreaker on, and it was fantastic. I loved it. I completely loved it. I actually do feel the difference between that jacket and the Alpine Stars with the hoodie underneath it. It actually is functional. It's not just a gimmick. Right now, it's about 80, so of course I took the windbreaker out, and I'm getting plenty of ventilation. Of course, I'm wearing my Kriega R25 bag, so it blocks most of the wind. But I'm still, the ventilation scheme on this jacket, I can feel the difference between this one and my old shotgun, and also my Alpine Stars, because most of the mesh material on the A Stars was right down the middle where my Kriega bag would be, where the Kriega straps would be. The ventilation on this one is actually to the side of that, so if I were to wear a chest protector or a Kriega R25, which I'm wearing right now, it blocks, it would block the wind, but there's textile right there because the mesh is on each side of the main. I'll do a review later and you guys can see it. So there's still ventilation. So this jacket overall right now, I have to say, it's my new favorite jacket. Unfortunately, I really like this jacket more than my A-Stars now. The color scheme is the same. I think the A-Stars has a little bit more red than white. This has a little bit more white, which I was trying to stay away from because I was afraid it would get dirty. But the white is in the right spots. The white is in the spots where I don't necessarily have to touch it very often. So like the hands right here, there's a little bit of white, but not as much, because my gloves go there to strap the thing on and stuff. But yeah, overall, this jacket is really nice, and so far I've kept it clean. I haven't really done anything. And there's mesh right through along the whole entire sleeve, so I'm able to get air right through there, and it floats right into my chest and my armpits, which was kind of like a problem I had with my previous jackets, was that, woo, holy bump! I'm going very slow because I'm talking to you guys. But previous jackets, yeah, that was one of the things I was concerned about, was that my armpits would get very wet, and you know how your armpits are. When they get hot, they can start sweating like crazy, even if you shave or don't shave. Anyway, so yeah, the ventilation so far is really good, even with a backpack on. So that's my first impression. I mean, the textile on this is much thicker and much higher quality than the A-Stars or the shotgun or my Dainese Avro. But at the same time, out of all my jackets, it is the most expensive jacket. So there you go. Let's go on to my shoes. My first impression so far, it's a little weird. I've never worn shoes on a motorcycle. I've only worn boots. And, let me take that back. I haven't worn street shoes or motorcycle shoes on a motorcycle. I've only worn motorcycle boots. And what I mean by boots is that it has a hard shell shin protection and hard shell calf protection. So a high boot. And I'm really used to that, and now I'm wearing these shoes and it feels really weird. But that's just my first overall impressions. The shoe, on the other hand, it's a very rigid shoe. It's high quality. I actually wore it to work today thinking that I can walk around in it for 8 hours. Not the case. They are not comfortable for work shoes. Their job is to be sturdy and basically hard as a brick. So in case I were to go down, my ankles would be protected because there's malleolus protection around the ankle, along with a hard, you can see right there, it's black, so it matches my bike right there. So there you go. I mean, it does have, what is it? It has a cord. Why am I going blank? Shoestring. It has a shoestring, but Dainese has this thing where it's actually, you cinch it down with a little piece of plastic thing, I'll show you later, and you wrap it around and you button it up. It's a snap button, and it holds it down so it doesn't flap in the wind, as you can see right there. I know, it's really hard to see, but it's very nice. I really like it. It's got the hard toe box. There's no sliders on these things like my older boots, but it's really meant for around town light riding, not meant for the track, not meant for long trips or anything like that. I mean, I guess you can go on a long trip. It's still much more protection than some pairs of good old sneakers. But overall, I like it. It matches my bike very well. It's all blacked out. I mean, you can wear black with pretty much anything, so I'm really happy she chose black for me instead of white. Yeah, so that's really my overall impression, and my nose is starting to itch, so I feel weird. But anyway, I really like everything she bought for me. I think she, hands down, Her choice, her selection of shoes is on top of what I want. The gloves are amazing. That was quite a surprise for me. And of course the jacket is the bomb. You know, you can't go wrong with a jacket like this. I mean, especially if you're going to spend almost $400 for this thing. The upwards of about 370 bucks for this jacket. I think she paid $369. So yeah, I think you can never go wrong when you pay almost $400 for a jacket. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I just want to give you guys impressions so far. Riding on the highway, riding around town of my new gear. Pretty good. I'll do an in-depth review and I'll talk about, you know, whether you should buy these jacket and gloves or not. Talk to you guys later. Just in time. About to hit traffic. You guys don't want to see this. Alright guys, here with Photocycling. I am out.